So forget about the other things now. I just want you to understand that concept of hematopoiesis. It's a concept of hematopoiesis, what that thing is. As immune system is quite versatile, it's very different from other systems. The other systems are designed to work in a one in less with less variables. The lungs are designed to respire or to get oxygen from the air. The lungs cannot get oxygen from water, full stop. It cannot filter oxygen from the other sources other than the air, full stop. We can eat with the help of digestive system. It can digest certain type of foods, which we call as food. It cannot work on the other things, on the material which is not digestible. Might be food, but they're not digestible. So every system we are carrying works under limited under limited conditions. But immune system seems to be quite unlimited in action, because who knows what type of microorganisms we will be dealing in our lifetime. Who knows how many new mutations will be there in the bacteria and viruses during our lifetimes. Maybe the bacteria we are experiencing, maybe the viruses, Allah na kare, we will be experiencing in our lifetimes. The human race never had an experience of dealing with those things. Entirely possible. So we need a system who do not have a boundary, who do not have limitation, who can go beyond the limits, who can try anything, who can try to create any possible combination. So whatever the cells of the immune system we are carrying, they have the potential to work with that much variation. Our existence depends, the existence of human life depends on the proper function of immune system. If you ask me why we are putting that much effort, why we are putting that much energy to differentiate that many cells, you will never see such things happening at anywhere else in our system. The cells are learning, dividing, producing that many cells, trying that combination, and then killing the remaining cells after that. Oh my God, killing the remaining cells after that. So never saw such things anywhere else. It's only specific for the immune system. So we should have the cells which have that capacity. They're very special cells. So we might be interested in knowing from where these cells came and how they were created during our lifetime. So the story starts from the original cell, the first, from the Adam, which is called as hematopoietic stem cells. During our development, it was there. It's called as hematopoietic stem cells. It gives rise to all the cells which is part of our blood and lymphatic system, or you can consider part of our immune system. It came from this one single source. The hematopoietic stem cell is capable of producing the beta cell. It is capable of producing the T cells, neutrophils, monocytes, eosinophils, basophil, platelets, erythrocytes, white blood cells, red blood. It can produce all sorts of cells. This one particular cell, which I am calling as hematopoietic stem cell. This one cell has the potential to produce. We need it during our lifetime. Most of the stem cells are gone after the birth, but such type of stem cells is kept inside the body because we need a constant supply of these new cells over the period of our lives. In order to keep the stemness of a cell, stemness, the potential, the ability to become other things, the ability to become different things. If a cell is a stem cell, it is capable of becoming different type of cells. This process is called as differentiation. So differentiation is some sort of reverse phenomena as compared to the with respect to the stemness. So when the stemness decreases, the cells become specific and they will become differentiated. So when we move in time, the original cell will be like stem cell. With the passage of time, it will get differentiated. It will get more specific structures. it will become more specific and start doing the job. It will get more differentiated. The zygote stem cell, when it divide and produce a baby after all this process, you will see the process, the ability or the stemness will decreases over the period of time. And eventually the baby receives all the differentiated cells. You can see it carries all the difference, doing specific functions. Stem cells are not supposed to do any specific function. They are supposed to give rise to all sorts of cells. Okay? If a stem cell is capable of producing every type of cell, that is traditionally called as the stem cell or totipotent stem. Pluripotent stem cells, which is capable of producing everything, like the zygote, like the cells in the early development, when the cells are in 2-cell stage, 4-cell stage, 16-cell stage, even in the blastula, early blastula, those cells of the inner cell mass in the development, they have the potential 200 cells from the inner cell mass. अगर आप उन सबको निकाल देंगे, अलग-अलग कर देंगे, placed it inside the womb of the surrogate mothers, 200 surrogate mothers, 200 similar babies will be produced. Because every cell is capable of becoming everything at that. But with the passage of time, that ability goes down. And eventually it loses and become differentiated. There are some stem cells which are not able to become everything, but they are able to become something. They are able to become some types of cells. They're not able to become everything. They're not totipotent. They're not pluripotent. They're not supposed to be called as the traditional stem cells. They can only give rise to a certain types of cells. Like this one, hematopoietic stem cell. It is not able to produce all sorts of cells, but it is able to produce only a specific type of cells. Yahan par, in this case, the stem cells or hematopoiesis, hematopoietic stem cell is not capable of producing everything, but it is capable of producing the blood related cells, immune system related cells. Those stem cells are called as adult stem cells. They are different stem cells than the stem cells. They are not able to produce everything. So hematopoietic stem cell is a kind of adult stem cell, or a stem cell which is present in adults as well, because they are not producing everything. They are only producing those type of cells. And the process which they adopt, you will see, they will become differentiated, their stemness will be lost, and they will start becoming different type of cells. This is a very strong area of research. This is a very active place where you should try in your future, or you can try if you like to. The people who are working in the stem cells or in the differentiation or cell morphology or things like that, they should know how to label a cell as a stem cell. कब कहेंगे कि ये सेल एक स्टेम सेल है, कब कहेंगे कि ये सेल अब एक स्टेम सेल नहीं है, now it become a different. इसको multipotent stem cell भी कहते हैं, not totipotent. Totipotent is become everything. Multipotent is become just something. The specific expression of certain genes and the presence and absence of certain proteins, receptor markers on the cells help the researchers to categorize them into different categories. वो उनकी मदद करते हैं ये पता लगाने में. वो markers बड़ा मजे का नाम है ना, researchers और साइंसदान बड़े कमाल से यूज करते हैं. You know, we are working on the cancer markers, tumor markers, something like that. वो लगता है पता नहीं की करने लगा है. Markers are any receptor, any expression, any protein which can help us to identify, to mark it. We can identify the markers on each other. यार ये थीटा लग रहा है या थीटा लगती है, पढ़ती रहती है, पढ़ते रहता है, पढ़ते, something like that. We can identify certain markers. So cells carry certain marks and markers as well. Researchers follow those marks and markers to figure out whether it is like an hematopoietic stem cells. It's very critical information.